at the Moathouse dungeon?
Yep.
It's Takaska. He's silent on Discord, but he was asking us where we are.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Just a moment. Turn down music. Okay. There we go. 17. And he's what now? Yes, he is that. So save. Other guy who is okay. All right. I think we're just about ready.
All right.
Okay. Hey, welcome everybody to Greyhawk Saturday Night. My name is DM Galabond, and I am joined here on the Discord and in the Roll20 by most of our players. Looks like we have just about a full house. We do know that one of our players is not going to make it because she has another conflict. So Heather will not be with us, but otherwise, looks like we have everybody here. Welcome, players. Hope that you all have had a good week. And let us go ahead and move the map for the stream over to the dungeon. And as a quick refresher for everybody, last time in Greyhawk Saturday Night, the party returned to the old Moathouse, and they realized that they knew about one way down to the basement for sure, and they also remembered that they had discovered a secret door, and they weren't quite sure where that led, so they decided to investigate that. Turns out that led them down a back stairwell. That came out right here and led them down the stairs. And Talon, whose player was not with us last week, Talon bravely offered to watch the bottom of the stairs for the rest of the party for the night. So that he would just sort of hang out there. They got down a second set of stairs here, and this little red line indicates that they discovered a section of the ceiling that will fall down and act as a barrier to trap people on one side or the other. Further exploration led them to a little secret chamber where there was a set of controls on the wall, including a lever and a large wheel. And experimentation with that made them realize that they could use that wheel and that lever to raise and lower that wall and then manually lock it in place. And it seems that opening this door triggered the trap, and that reset the trap. So that was one thing they discovered. Then they wandered down to the south, and in this area over here, they discovered a group of Gnolls that were upset because the Yellow Eye people had not paid them. And Archimedes, I believe it was, negotiated with them and convinced them that, we were here with payment. And then they found out from the Gnolls that they were really, really unhappy about some big, ugly goblinoids that the Yellow Eyes had hired, and they were apparently paying them. And the goblins or the Gnolls didn't like that very much. And after a little bit more negotiation, the party recruited the Gnolls to help them kill the big, ugly goblinoids. So they led them over here, and this little red mark indicates they found another one of those panels in the ceiling that will fall down. They realize that it's not connected to the same set of controls as the other one, so apparently there's another set of controls somewhere that operates that valve or that trap.
That's hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And then they, together with their Gnoll allies, they attacked and defeated the Bugbears. The Bugbears. And
it's a little harsh. I would say that we tried to negotiate very subtly, and they declined, and we ended up having to create our own kind of a negotiations with them. So, and there's only one left now.
Yes, there is only one left. He is restrained, he is bound, and the Gnolls are making it very clear what nasty things will happen to him by essentially eating parts off of his dead comrades in front of his eyes. So that is where we left it last time.
The party doesn't know that, just Archimedes knows that, right?
Anybody who's up in that area. The ones who are down in the other area probably don't know that yet.
Yeah. So that group is not a murder hobo.
And a couple of things happened last week. When we toted up the experience, at least one person wound up leveling. And this brings up a philosophical disagreement that I have with Gary Gygax. Now, if you go back and you look at the rules as written in these old editions, in the editions that Gary Gygax had anything to say about, his idea of leveling up is you went out and you fought with all the same abilities and all the same hit points and all the same resources and everything that you left town with, and by golly, you didn't get anything until you stopped adventuring, went back to town, and spent what might be weeks or months of game time training to rise to the next level. Now, I tend to think that, yes, there are some things. Anything that involves like new skills, new proficiencies, new features of your class that begin to come online, those types of things probably require training by someone who is a bit more seasoned in your profession than you are. But things like your hit points, your the expansion of your mind to be able to hold more spell slots, those types of things, that comes because of a series of repetitions. You've been practicing and working on all of that all the time, and your repeated exposure to combat and your survival skills and all that kind of stuff, that makes you tougher. And your constant study or prayer or dedication to your spell casting gives you the ability to hold more spells. Now, doesn't give you the ability to find more spells. If you haven't found any more spells, you can't add spells to your spell book until you go back and you find a mentor or a priest or somebody who gives those spells to you. So that kind of stuff is necessary. So all that being said, those of you who have leveled in between last time and this time, when we get our next long rest, you will be able to raise your hit points. And then if there's any other features that come online, let me know, and we'll talk about it, and we'll decide whether that's something that your character has picked up during the course of adventuring and now you finally mastered, or whether that's something you're going to have to go back to town and train. But definitely you will get to use your hit points as soon as you have a chance to rest and recover, and then that new hit point pool will be a part of your character. And unlike normal rest, you do not have to take days to build up those extra hit points at 1 hit point per day of rest. It just becomes your new hit point total, and if you're not wounded, that becomes your new hit points. And if you, like, let's say you were at 8 hit points before you gained a new level, you're now at 13 hit points, and you had 2 hit points worth of damage, so you were at 6 out of 8. Well, now you'd be at 11 out of 13. So that's the way that would work. In at least the way I see it. So, all right. Any questions about leveling and what people are going to be able to take advantage of as soon as you get? Hey, Goonie. Glad you could join us online.
Yeah, I don't have a question. I have a comment. I don't remember when I was playing having to do any training in second ed. I do remember it in first edition, and it made sense in first edition because it was a way to shake you down for your gold. Because in first edition they gave you experience for gold that you had left over.
True. So that's true. That's true.
So I do remember the training rules, and they were quite severe in first edition. I'm not sure how much influence Gygax really has had over second edition.
Okay. Let's just go back and double check the player's handbook. So, or maybe it's going to be in the DMG for raising a level. Okay. Level. L. Give me an L in the index. Level advancement. Okay. 71 it looks like. So, yeah, rate of advancement. Okay. Oh, okay. Aha. Yes. Okay, so yeah, they took the whole training stuff and they turned that into an optional rule in second edition. Okay. So prowess of the player levels are earned through accumulation of experience points. The character earns enough experience to attain the next level. He immediately gains several benefits, unless the optional rules for training are used. Character gains additional die of hit points or a set number of hit points at higher levels. These are added to both the current total. Character may or may not improve in other abilities, including combat, saving throws, dependent on his character class. Oh, okay. So, all right. So they have gone to, they have gone to a World of Warcraft model of experience.
I don't think World of Warcraft was before 2E. Do you?
No. But it was the the thing, like if you went into a fight in the World of Warcraft and you like were fighting a group of enemies and you were getting down very, very low in health and very low in abilities and all that kind of stuff, and you killed one of your enemies and that was enough to raise you to the next level, well, instantly you go to the next level, you're to full health, you're full, all of your abilities are recharged, everything like that. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I just got stronger now in the middle of this fight when I was about to get killed.
that happened in the D&D computer games too. It's like your character would just light up. And,
yeah.
and the thing about that is people say, well, it doesn't make sense. Well, to me, it does make sense because hit points are not a measure of your actual health. Hit points are a measure of some of your health, but a lot of it is luck and experience. So if I get more experience, my hit points should increase. And right then.
I think because we go ahead and we award experience at the end of a session, and what I try to do is if we're in the middle of a combat, I will just award experience for everything leading up to that combat. And then I'll wait and award experience for that combat in the next session. So if you wind up leveling, since we do that between sessions, then I guess it's okay to go ahead and we'll play it by the book and go ahead and raise everything. But some of the things, like I was saying before, if you are a spellcaster and you haven't, and I guess this would apply more to wizards than it would to priests, because priests technically have a domain of spells that they pray for that domain, and technically those are all available to them. The limitation is the number of spell slots they have, so they can then just sort of add another spell or different spell to their repertoire at that time. But if you're a wizard and you have to write something in your spell book, then you probably need to you probably need to have picked up a scroll somewhere along the way, or have gotten a copy of a spell from a mentor along the way and been studying it or something like that. And then you still have to take time to scratch it into your spell book.
And even a priest would have to wait until they have the time to do the meditation after a rest to get the new access.
Yeah. All right. So, good. All right. Well, yeah, that's out of combat, all that stuff kicks in. But like I said, it doesn't heal any injuries you have, but it does raise your hit point total and your current hit points by the amount of new hit points you get.
The training system, excuse me, I'm sorry. The training system was one of the most universally unsatisfying part about first aid. Because I can remember being in parties where we didn't have enough gold but for like one person to level because of that. You know, pretty much, no matter what your class was, even if you were a thief, you pool your gold just to get somebody to level.
Oh yeah. It was
waiting on your turn. It was horrible.
It was a very, very punitive system in terms of getting you leveled. So, all right. So, anybody else have any other questions?
I just want to say it proves that in most games, money is the best superpower.
Yeah, it really is. It's if you have enough gold, you can do just about anything.
It's Bruce Wayne.
And yeah. All right. So, Casca, I believe you are with us tonight. So if you find Talon on the map, you can go ahead and move Talon on over to the rest of the group, unless there's anything you think Talon would want to do.
No, I'm good. I'll just join the group.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, apparently Talon got bored waiting there, and now he shows up, and it's like, hey, you guys had all this fun. Oh, and Talon, there's a bunch of dead bugbears. Yeah, they and the situation, the agreement that they worked out. If you didn't have time to listen to the session from last week,
no, I haven't.
Okay, the agreement they worked out is that the Gnolls gave the party the fancy necklace that seems to be worth quite a bit of money to the party, but then as part of their payment, the Gnolls took all of the pocket change, the pouches full of gold pieces and things like that all the rest of the bugbears had. They haven't gotten around to deciding what they're going to do with the. Oh wait, did we put the armor and their weapons in the party loot?
Yes,
okay, so then the party does have the.
We also kind of made a deal with them that they were going to leave. We also, they're going to stick around in the forest area and kind of patrol in there also, and that's going to be for a fee also that they can get.
Okay.
And were we letting them remain in their den so that they had a place to stay and like go from?
We're back to making deals with monsters.
Oh, Archimedes is, yeah. The party doesn't have to agree to it. Archimedes is the one who kind of agreed to it to try to get them to do.
I'd rather make a deal with nine Gnolls than die fighting 9 Gnolls. That's how I feel about it.
I'm going to go up here and see what Archimedes is up to.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. What is does Archimedes know your alignment?
No, I don't think he does. I'm not
Okay,
sure I
then-
know my alignment at the moment.
I don't think that comes up in discussion.
Yeah,
Because Archimedes would hold him at the door and basically say, if you wish to talk to me, we're going to talk in this other room because this
I
room.
want to see what's going on with the Gnolls. I missed all
This
the fun.
room's. This
What are
is
they
going to
doing?
be kind of a discussion that needs to be discussed between the Gnolls and the
Well,
Goblin.
No, I want to see what they're doing.
Okay, well, from
Okay.
where you're standing, what you can see is this one bound and bloodied bugbear is alive here. There's 2 dead bugbears down to the south of you, 3 dead bugbears up here. This one guy is surrounded by gnolls, and then these 2 gnolls here and here are making a show to impress upon this bugbear of what's going to happen to him by literally hacking off bits of this dead bugbear and eating it right in front of him, while the Gnoll leader questions the bugbear. And
So, these guys here are doing
Yeah.
that? Okay.
yeah, and the Gnolls are speaking. The Gnoll leader is the only one that's been able to talk to the party, the only one that has common, and he appears to be able to speak whatever language these bugbears have. And if anybody thinks they might have a language that can allow them to talk to bugbears,
Talon, though?
I speak
Talon.
Goblin.
Okay, yeah. Yep, they bugbears do speak Goblin, so that would qualify. So you can understand what is being said here. Now, can Archimedes speak Goblin?
No, he speaks Orc, or he understands Orcish.
Okay, all right.
No,
So
he's at the discretion of either the leader, Gnoll leader, or now Talon.
yeah. So the Gnoll leader says, or snarls to the bugbear, says, "The yellow eyes, give you more money than us. Oh, but you see, we more powerful than you. So you tell us what we want to know, or we eat you." And the bugbear is like, "You filthy Gnolls, what do you want to know?" And no leader says, "Where is pretty human, one who leads? How many humans does he have? We must know." And the bugbear says, "Stupid Gnoll, go to south. Find door and wall is hidden. You go down there, you walk into a whole army of humans, and pretty human, ye twiddle fingers, you die. Go, be dead." And the Gnoll leader says, "Oh, tell me how many humans there are. You must. What are numbers?" And the bugbear does this thing like where it's like he's trying to bring his hand around so he can count on his fingers, but that doesn't work. And so then he takes his toe and he and he looks at his toes, and he counts how many toes he has, and he says, "Oh, that many as toes, then many as toes again, and many as toes again, and maybe again and again. And one human, big shiny metal. One human wear metal chains on him. Other humans just weak leather, and then pretty human." And so the Gnoll leader, he turns and gets ready to translate that to Archimedes, and Talon, he gives a pretty faithful translation of what the.
While this goes on, I wander over where I'm at now and bend down and cut me off a piece of bugbear and nibble on it while they're talking.
Archimedes' eyes get a little wide.
So you go over, and the Gnolls, they kind of look at you a little funny as you walk over, and then you get over towards the bugbear, and you pull out a presumably a dagger or something, and a couple of them, they look a little defensive, and they kind of look at their leader, and they look over at Archimedes, and they realize, okay, it must be somebody that's with Archimedes. So, but they're just they're wary when you pull out a weapon. And then you go and you cut off a bit of bugbear flesh, and when you stick it in their mouth, when you stick it in your mouth, some of the bugbears, they look astonished at you, and then they look at Archimedes, and they look back at Talon, and then they look at their leader, and then they look back at Talon, and they look at Archimedes, and then a couple of them. And one of them just takes a big meaty palm and pats Talon on the head. All right, he's all right. But they seem to think that's funny, seeing what looks like a human child eating raw bugbear.
Oh my, it's a halfling from Athens. Okay. That means
a carnivorous halfling.
Well, I mean, most halflings are carnivores. It's just that they like their meat baked, roasted,
Yeah, I would say that.
fried, or
sushi loving
yeah.
carnivore.
He's fine.
I just wanted to see if they tasted the same as a goblin.
Little bit tougher.
Or
Just
game.
me.
Or game to it, yeah.
Yeah. So, from the Gnoll leaders, the Gnoll tells you that the bugbear's stupid and doesn't know how many humans there are, but it sounds like there's a lot. And then the Gnoll leader kind of gives Archimedes a sly smile, says, "Oh, we more than you. Oh, we hate Yellow Eyes. You want to replace Yellow Eyes? Are these Yellow Eyes bad? You want them gone, replaced? We can help you. Remove yellow eyes.
What are yellow eyes?
That's a symbol.
Yeah, you learned from the questioning of the prisoners that the bandits had seen a few humans near the Moathouse that were wearing cloaks that had a lurid yellow eye on the cloak as some sort of symbol. And so apparently, coming down here, you realize, oh, those people with the yellow eyes are actually down underneath the Moathouse. And yet they apparently never had any interaction with the bandits above.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But the yellow eyes were at the beginning saying that they were going to pay the Gnolls. The Gnolls were waiting around for payment.
Right.
They never paid them, so that's why there's a disdain for the yellow eyes. And they found out that these hobgoblins were here getting paid for what Gnolls were supposed to be doing.
Bugbears.
So that's bugbears, yeah.
Which is nastier. Not as smart as hobgoblins, but they're nastier.
Yeah. And to answer Nico's question in the Roll20 chat, bugbears have 5 toes, just like other humanoids.
So we're looking at as many as 50, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
I was thinking more like 30.
30 to 40
more like 30 to me.
I'm really impressed that he could count to 10, to be honest with you.
Did he count to 10? How many toes were on the bugbear?
He was looking at one of his feet, so he could probably count to 5.
Okay. He was only looking at a foot. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 foot 5 times would be 25.
Yeah.
And then apparently there's a leader that
there's a pretty boy,
his fingers, and
there's an armored one.
People die.
Well, I asked if the pretty one is a male or female.
They'll tell you. They tell you that it's male.
Okay.
So wear a cloak, a distinguishing cloak from the yellow eye, or is this the same as the yellow eye?
Oh yeah, their leader has let's see.
Because there's 2 to identify that I need to find out, and that's the one with the armor.
Yep.
What type of armor or what type of symbols or anything else on that? And then on the pretty person, same thing. Cloak, hat, mustache, beard, earrings, face mask.
Okay.
Something distinguishable. Boots,
the pretty one has very shiny metal armor. Has a mace, and has a large staff that is made of black, or that is made of some kind of black wood or metal. They don't know for sure. They do know that that sometimes he will hold that staff out and it will turn into a snake. And
evil Moses.
Yeah. And that he threatens and sometimes punishes people. Threatens people by showing them the staff, and punishes people by having it bite them, and then they usually die. So they're sufficiently, the bugbears basically are kept in line by terror.
Right.
And
Evil cultists. Evil clerical.
yes. Yeah, some kind of evil thing, and they say that his cloak, when he wears a cloak, it's the same cloak that the others wear that has a yellow eye, but that he's got on his armor, on the chest of his armor, he has what looks like, etched into the metal is what looks like a spider.
Interesting.
What element does a spider represent?
Bugbears don't know.
Kill it with fire.
And then after they wring every bit of useful information they can out of the bugbear, they will look at Talon and Archimedes and ask, the Gnoll leader will ask, well, the Gnoll leader will talk mainly to Archimedes, will ask if he wants the bugbear alive or dead.
Oh, Master Zerog. Irg.
Talon puts his thumb down.
Archimedes will tell him, do as what Gnolls do to whatever their enemy.
And when Talon, when you put your thumb down, you see several of the Gnolls. They smile very broadly, and saliva is drooling from the edges of their mouth. And when Archimedes gives the word, two of the Gnolls will actually take it upon themselves to one will just pat Talon on the head and then point towards the south to the door, and if Talon doesn't take the hint, a second one will very gently. Okay, so Talon is going to leave because they're operating under the presumption that it's a child, and it's like, okay.
Okay.
We're gonna do some bloody stuff now, so time to run along. And then they will all just sort of gather around this other one here, and then the Gnoll leader gives a command, and several of the Gnolls just begin biting this bugbear, and literally they just seem to be taking chunks out of his flesh while he screams until he falls silent from them savaging him. So it's like, okay, yeah.
And this one's jumping around in the background and going, me?
Yeah, just
yeah. The last one is like, oh darn, I didn't get to have any fun this time.
Throw a dog a bone, will you?
Yeah. So there we have your allies, the bugbears. Okay, are your allies the Gnolls?
Yeah, well, that was going on with these gentlemen's or peoples. They want to be checking out the doors.
Well, yeah, once we get a chance, I want to start looking around for sliding doors or like secret doors.
Okay, all right, and we've got a 3 and 6 chance for that. So, what are you guys? What is your normal pattern, Nico? You go kind of clockwise, counterclockwise.
Clockwise around the room. Anything
Okay.
within 10 feet.
Okay, so we'll do that.
And if I heard at some point him translating to the south, there's a secret door. I might go over any southern-facing walls more than once if I don't see anything.
Okay, yeah. As you go around the room, you in fact do find over here. Over here, you will find a secret door on the southern wall, and so it looks like it's very similar to the other secret doors you have found in terms of its construction. So it's all made. This place was obviously all built at the same time, probably by the same people. And then there are 3 doors over here on the east side of this room.
Then I'll let everybody know that there are the 3 doors on the east side, and then there's the one on the south. And do you want to make sure we clear off to the east before we go south, or do we want to look through the rest of the this area, this level, to make sure there's nothing behind us or left behind?
Okay.
So I remember there being 3 other similar to what looks to the east in that room. There was another room that had similar things in it.
Yeah, back where we first met the Gnolls, there was something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, the Gnoll leader will eventually come out and talk to Archimedes, and you can see he's got a little bit of, flesh or fresh blood on the hair surrounding his snout and mouth. And he's just kind of licking that off as he walks out to talk to you. And he says, you make good friends. You give us good gold, and you give us options. I talk with men. They will follow whatever we decide. You want us help you with Yellow Eyes, or you want us leave?
Hold that thought real quick. Yeah. I'll journey down to everybody and present them that option. These Gnolls are actually offering help, and I'm sure they'll take whatever we want to pay them off of the treasure that we find.
I say we use them.
There's 2 yeses. I'm a yes.
I'm a yes.
As long as I can teach them the good word of Clangadden and the god of battle.
As long as they don't hog all the meat.
Yeah, I think that's funny. They took the halfling away. He's probably
imagine that they would be pretty receptive to hearing about, the glory of battle and things like that. Now, whether they would, whether they would be following a dwarf deity or not, you don't know. But if there was some way that you could talk to them about the glory of Clangadden, and just not mention the fact that he's a dwarf, they'd probably be into that.
Oh yeah, I'm just going to make sure that they understand that he's the righteous God of amazing battle, and that they should learn how to be as good as he is.
Okay.
It's assumed that the best gods are always dwarven. I don't have to say it.
Okay.
What elements are dwarves? Are you dirt?
Steel?
Hear you?
Probably steel or stone.
Mithril? Adamantine?
I think skunk. Swamp.
All right. So, where are we going? What are we doing?
Well,
Store?
have they? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we should check out these three, if they're doors, check out these 3 doors on the east side here. And
Okay.
Archimedes will ask Zerog. Archimedes will ask Zerog, does he know the layout of the area down here? Does he know what's down here?
Oh, okay. So he will say,
Or were they just confined to where they were?
we know, we not ever invited to go south from here, but back to our area, south of us, there is a well, and there are some mean, not dead things. We have to feed mean, not dead things, so they don't attack humans.
Yeah, that's not your job anymore. Perfect.
Oh, well, me have idea.
Great.
You and your friends come with us. We go into woods. We make camp in woods. We wait. We let evil, not dead things get hungry and go eat all the humans.
It could be a plan. We'll discuss that a little bit later. We're going to find out what's going on here. So we'll keep that on the back burner, and we'll see what's going on right here, right now.
Okay. I can show you areas we know. Tell you about dangerous places, but you must be quiet, because there is other way to get to where humans are, and we make noise. They come investigate.
Right. Oh, I look at whoever's wearing the biggest armor. Yeah, be quiet.
That would probably be Nico, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Telling Nico to be quiet that doesn't work.
Yeah.
I try really hard.
Okay, so the first thing I saw that people wanted to do is go over here and open this door. So you go to this door, you open it, and you find what looks like an old closet that really is just kind of full of not much of anything. There's nothing there.
Okay. That's no fun.
Yep.
It's your room.
Okay. If you go to that door, Nico, when you open that door, you hear a noise behind you. And when you turn around, you see
That's
okay.
nice.
Whoops. Okay.
Either those are 2 walls that just came down on him, or there's that's a number.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's all right. So I've got to do that. Okay, no. I need to do
Oh, you got rid of your lines, your red
and
lines.
then I need to go to. Okay.
What happened?
You opened the wrong door. There you go.
Yeah, I went to the wrong. What I did is I went to the wrong layer.
I went to dimension jump back and forth. I don't know what happened there.
Close the door, close the door, close the door, close the door.
All right. So, all right. The what you find is you find the it's basically another one of those walls. Falls down right here. And now, Garm, you're trapped on the other side of the wall, and everybody else is on the side of the wall in the room.
It would be Garm and Min together, but she's not here.
Okay, so yeah, Garm and Min are over there.
Controls.
Yeah, so
same lever and wheel action that's in there.
No, it's just a blank wall. It's just a blank
wall with that door. Oh,
yeah.
And then this one was empty.
Yep.
Okay. And he said that this area was a secret door.
Yes. So Quint, you go over here.
The last one, yeah.
Okay. And when you open this, oh, hey, it's a closet, and in here you find another one of those levers and wheels.
Ah.
So I guess Nico and I can raise the wall again so that.
Yep.
You're the smarts, and I'm the muscle.
Yeah. You go ahead and you raise the wall, and you you are able to get this. Okay, that's what I had wanted to do. And
those are nice. That's nice.
Yeah, that thing, and then when you raise the wall, it goes back up into the ceiling, and now it disappears again. So,
hey Garm, why don't you join us in the room just in case?
Are we gonna go south from here, or are we gonna go backtrack over to by the Gnoll den first and check those three?
There's a secret door.
There's a secret door right here. Yeah.
Go through it.
Yeah, no, I pointed it out.
Yeah,
okay.
And you know from the information that the Gnolls got from the Bugbears that going straight south that way is going to take you right into the heart of all of the human forces that are here.
Oh.
So do we want to go backtrack and clear out the rest of the area and make sure there's nothing behind us? Or maybe jump any of their patrols that are coming out looking what the noise is to lower their numbers first?
Sure. But we know this area that this is going to be our last raw, basically. Go through.
Yeah, and you know how to get out of here, basically, and you know where the bodies are buried in terms of how you manipulate the secret doors and everything.
Yeah. So there's any remains of the bugbears, or are we going to put them in the closet, or Gnolls have discarded them?
The Gnoll leader will tell you that when they are done, they will butcher the bugbears, take the meat that they can use, and then they will bury the rest of the remains.
Okay.
The liver's the best part. Just so you know.
Rocky Mountain
do you-
oyster.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Okay. You say that out loud, and the Gnoll leader looks at you and says, "Yes, liver is best. Yeah. Especially if it drank a lot of grog before it died. Then it very tasty."
This is true. Okay, so now we're gonna traverse back towards the areas that the Gnolls know that we don't know, right?
The Gnolls know what?
That area.
This area back.
Oh yeah. The Gnolls know this area. Okay, so this guy is dead. He is at 0. These folks will all come on down here.
Are we going to use the Gnolls as the scouts to go first? And the clanky guy is going to come in last?
Okay, so
Do we have someone who can look for traps other than me? Because before it was the gnomish mine detector. Not gnomish. Sorry, dwarven mine detector.
Well, the traps would be found by the Gnolls. So if they know pretty much the area, and if
Yeah,
there's a
they
trap,
know-
then they'll set it off.
yeah, well, yeah, they will warn you about. Presumably, they would warn you about traps. So yeah, they will bring you back down this way. And then they will
Oh, another set of
tell
3
you-
doors here? Okay.
yeah, this was because this was the area where the Gnolls were living before. They will tell you that this here is another closet. They say storage. We not have much use for it, but when they open that up, there is some dried legs of some kind of humanoid in there, and the Gnoll leader barks at his men, and one of them kind of sheepishly goes and grabs those two legs and puts them in a sack. And the Gnoll leader says, "I tell them not to store it there. It stink."
That's fine.
And then he says, "Cannot find good help."
Sweeping it under the rug. That's fine. Yeah, I know how help is good. Good help is hard to find. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And then he warns you that this door will cause both of those walls that you found before to fall.
Ah, okay.
And so then you have to go to both places and fix them.
Perfect. Okay, so we do not open that door. We know what that does.
Yes.
It's fine.
And then he says that this door here leads to a southern corridor. And he says if you go all the way south, you get to the well. If you turn to the west from that hall, you will go to the stinky not dead things. And if you go to the east, the corridor that slants off to the east, you will head towards the area where the humans are. The yellow eye humans.
So the secret door that we went through, and then to the east is also where we're going to get into the humanoid.
Yes.
Okay. So now we have 2 entrances.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
if we had some buckets of blood, we could make a trail from the stinky not dead things to the other humans. And then we could kind of sit back in this room and wait until the Stinky Nut.
That's what Zerg was saying, right?
He wanted to go camp out in the woods and wait.
Yeah. He wanted to go camp out in the woods and wait.
Oh, okay. On those same lines, that's what you're thinking is we use the zombie deals to kill off people that are in the eastern area.
Well, at least take out some of them and not kill them all.
Oh, yeah, well, they'll rid us of the zombies, and then whatever's left over, we could take care of them.
And the Gnoll leader will tell you that if you open a door, you should have the quietest people in your group open a door because the humans sometimes do patrol in that hallway. And because they use the well at the south. And they also say if you use the well, you have to bring a big pole because there's a monster that lives in the well. The well has good water, but if you don't use a pole to push the monster down or keep the monster from coming up, then it may try to bite you while you're filling up your bucket with water.
So you got a well monster.
Yep.
You got some stinky not dead things. And a bunch of humans.
Humans with the yellow eye cloaks.
You got an infestation.
And
we own it, so we have an infestation.
And the Gnoll leader says, "Yes, right? Infestation. Need pest control. Gnoll's good pest control." And so he's going to kind of wait for you guys to figure out what you want to do and how you want to deploy them, or whether you want to go back the other way, or what's going to be next.
So what's the plan here, fellas, and or lady? I know she's not here, but still acknowledge.
I mean, I think trying to use the zombies to attack, or whatever they are, the stinky not dead things, I think, I think that's a good way to soften both parties up. And, if they've got any spellcasters in there, then the spellcasters could use, deplete some of their resources fighting the not dead things, and hopefully make it easier for us.
Yeah, and what if the spellcaster is a cleric and doesn't have to deplete any resources just to control the undead?
Yeah, just to control them. That's what I was kind of thinking. So I was like, maybe we should use the zombies, like clear out the area to where we know where the people are, the cleric person. Use the zombies just for drawing out the helpers or whatever, so that don't get. It's almost like trying to set a trap, I guess. I like what Zerog was saying. Just not wait out in the woods. We'll do it in here a little bit closer. Or do you want to take care of the well first, or do you want to take care of the well last?
Do we really care about the well monster right now?
Not right now? Okay, perfect.
I mean, we should just...
It's contained, yeah, so it's going to stay where it's at, yeah.
So we could set up an ambush, like go out to the woods, get a bunch of green wood, bring it in here, put it right nearby where the doorway to the people are, leave the undead locked in, get a big fire with smoke going and start filling everything with smoke, have like wet cloths over our faces so we can breathe okay, and then jump the yellow eyes when they come out and try to figure out what's burning.
So
Okay, so I'm giving you an update for a reason, and I'm letting you figure out what the reason is. It's been an hour since you dispatched the bugbears, and you've been planning. So
So clearly, the bugbears are supposed to check in at some point. Somebody's going to realize they're missing.
True. Or they're going to be looking for him. So, you want the Gnolls to wait on one side and us to go through this side? Or do you want the Gnolls to go through this side, try to set up a trap? In essence, split the party.
Well,
Between the Gnolls and us, as far as
I still think we should try to somehow get the stinky not dead things out and going towards them, because yes, if there's a cleric, there may be some, but if the cleric could control them, why wouldn't he already? Yeah. So I think
how many would he be able to control if not
that too? So I really think it would soften them up, and at worst, it could flush them out the secret door up by where the bugbears were.
Right, that's where
how are we going to send the undead against them? How are we going to push the undead to where we want them to go instead of attacking us?
Is there a secret, like a secret dropping down wall over here by the Gnolls area? I thought we saw one.
No, not that they know of.
The door that this one is right here stops the two that we know of.
So we could lock the two that we know of, but lock them like from when we're in the secret door area on the other side, after setting up all the blood for the undead. So the undead are trapped with the two walls to just go the way we want them to go.
I don't think we have to worry about that, because we just close the door that's right in front of me. They're probably not going to come in.
If we keep this door open and closed, then they're not going to come this way.
Yeah, they're going to go the path of least resistance more than likely.
Yeah.
Then that's a good idea. We should do that, and then have us with the Gnolls go the other way, so they have undead from one side and us from the other.
Okay.
So they
reverse this way. Find out where we're going to go to get the undead. I don't know wherever they are. Go towards people that we know, or the evil people we know.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I said we're assuming they're evil. We don't know for sure.
Well, they're evil enough not to pay the Gnolls and hire outside.
That evil or just good business?
They're on our property.
Same thing to Archimedes. It's the same thing to Archimedes. That's evil business people. Yeah.
And of course we wind up or of course we need to figure out who's going to open the door and when you guys are going to open the door.
I'm going to mention Archimedes. Hey, you should have a couple of the Gnolls that are sneaky go hang out near the other bugbear area, hidden off to the side, so they can come and tell us when or if any patrols come out to check on the bugbears. Don't engage, don't do anything, but if they see or hear anything, come and warn us that it's starting.
So then Talon can also, tell Zerog that, why don't you put a Gnoll up on this area, so if anybody comes out that area,
a sentry.
Right? He could put another one.
Doesn't he speak common?
Yeah.
The other Gnolls don't, so what we would need to do is
I think the point that Nico is making is that Archimedes has been doing most of the talking with the Gnoll leader, and is the one that has built up a trust with them. So
Talon can talk to both of them, right? Or was he no, he was talking Goblin.
Yeah. So the Gnoll leader apparently knows Goblin, but he speaks it with a thick accent.
But either way, I think that we should ask the Gnolls to put 2 sentries out over by the other side, with the orders just to come back, retreat, and like sneakily or stealthily.
Is the party in agreement with that idea? Yay or nay?
Yes.
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. So he will deploy 1 sentry over here to keep an eye, and deploy another sentry over here just to make sure that nothing comes through from the same way you did.
Right. So yeah, we've got the 2 accesses guarded.
Yeah.
Basically, and all they're to do is just report back to us if they see something.
Whoops. That Gnoll does not get fat that way. That Gnoll gets over
He
here.
ate too many bugbears.
Yeah. All right. So they'll go and hang out there. Then is somebody in the party opening the door, or what are you going to do about the door? Because now it's probably been an hour and a half.
Do you want me to open the door?
I'm gonna open the door.
I'm gonna go back away from the door. I'm loud.
Okay. All right. So, Talon, you open it. Do you have some? What is your? It's indoors. You have the 33% hide in shadows, right?
I do not remember how that exactly worked.
Or am I thinking of a different? I may be thinking of a different.
You may be thinking of a different, because there's only
edition.
Shadows. Yeah. I have a 20% chance.
20% chance hide in shadows. Okay, so he is going to try to very sneakily open the door, and you believe that you find a very sneaky angle to open the door, and you will see a. Actually, I'm just going to do this. Oops. No, I'm going to do this. Yeah. That actually works well. So, you see a hallway that goes to the south. A branch goes off this direction. And then there is a side passage here. And there are stairs leading down that continue to go south.
So this probably goes to the humans. I'm guessing this goes to the undead, and this goes to the well.
It's to the well.
Yep.
That would be my assumption.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
And the Gnoll leader will bring one of his guys, and he'll pad along very silently. And Talon, you've seen sort of the boots that these guys are wearing, and they're not necessarily soft boots, but they are extremely quiet. They're almost as quiet as a halfling when they pad around, even in boots.
I am going to stop just like where I'm at and kind of detect noise and see if I can, hear anything.
Okay.
Such as it says, ability to hear tiny sounds behind heavy doors, down long hallways, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that Archimedes has that also. He actually has a 28%.
What percent for Archimedes?
Detect noise. Bonus total. Oh no. Okay, 33.
Okay.
Better than mine.
Have you both do it?
Yeah, you both listen, and you don't hear anything, either down this direction or down here.
Perfect. I'll advance.
Okay. As you look down as far as you can see down that hallway, it just disappears into darkness. There doesn't appear to be anything down that hallway that you know of. Okay, so Talon, you get here, and you indeed see a corridor going off to the west. It makes a turn.
Would the Gnolls be with us also, since they're being really quiet too, and they?
Oh,
we
yeah.
We would have discussed the kind of plan. So, any bugbear meat or anything that they were going to use to feed the whatchamacallits, that's what we're going to try to bring with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Talon had said a trail of blood, and I wasn't sure how he was planning on getting that blood.
Well, I didn't know if there was still blood in the bugbears that hadn't been eaten yet.
They did have some legs or some
Yeah,
meat
well,
from this other room.
yeah, that's all
trails.
dried. Those are all dried. It's like jerky, basically. It's
Okay.
dried on the bone.
Any of the packed up stuff and everything else would be kind of fresh, so that would be able to be used, would it not? The bugbears from the hacking.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get enough, and then I'm gonna be curious. Do you want, when you say leave a trail, are you gonna like just little bits of fresh meat and lay those out, or do you want to actually try to get a sufficient quantity of liquid blood and leave pour a trail out of a bucket or something of
Whatever's
blood?
easiest. Which is probably going to be the meat.
You want to do it like you're teasing a dog and just run like not to be against the Gnolls or anything, but just using the meat as like to the zombies and just keep walking them all the way over to where the area is for the other people. That was my thought of that's how you're going to use the meat.
And as you start talking more about this, the Gnoll leader, he's getting a little bit more nervous, and he says, not sure that's really good idea. Think maybe we just leave and wait for Stinky not dead things to get hungry and go hunt humans. Your offspring, and he's talking to Archimedes, and he points to Talon.
Yeah, Talon.
He says, your offspring might get eaten if these very, very dangerous not dead things. We wait till they very quiet, and then we leave meat for them, and then we run away. We don't make them follow us.
Time is of the essence, though. We would have time, or do you think that they're gonna people are going to be looking for your Bugbear friends that you took care of. So that's why we're trying to get these expedited over to the people first.
Oh. And he says, oh, we want help. We want to help you. Oh, we not want to get eaten by stinky not dead things. We help you fight humans. We not want to help fight stinky not dead things.
Okay. All right.
So he's kind of trying to indicate that if you want to go forward with luring those things out with meat, you guys are on your own. He'll help you. He and his men will help you.
Right. Yeah, he's with the people. Right. And in that case, then we need Talon back, and what I would say is that's going to be up to us. And while Zarg and Gnolls wait on the opposite end of the secret door on the other side where the hobgoblins were, when we encounter the people, that's when everybody kind of gets in. The Gnolls attack from the secret door area, and we attack from the front. What we are wanting for us to lure sneaky dead people or the stinky dead people to the front.
And then the Gnoll leader says, have idea. Get 3 big piles of meat. Go west to first corner. Put pile there.
Pile there, right?
Come back. Put pile right here at mouth of that, and then put pile here at edge of this corridor. Then we all go back up through secret door. We all go attack humans. If they try to run, then they run into where maybe stinky not dead things coming to find meat.
Yep. But what else was back through here? I mean, if we could throw
that leads
down that way. Yeah.
That leads towards the area where the humans are.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, if you wanted to go halfway down there and drop
just a little bit, right? Yeah. So they got a large, and then it's smaller. So now they're even more hungry. Now they're going to keep going.
You need to make all the piles just kind of just a little
just crumbs, just little crumbs, crumbs all the way through, and then lead them over to here.
Okay, so if you want to enact that plan, I'll say it'll take you about a half hour to collect the meat and put that into effect if that's what you want to do.
Right.
And they can even use the bones and entrails they were going to throw away or bury.
Yeah.
Right. We haven't heard back from the other Gnolls yet, so we're pretty good there. We know that there's...
Well, if that's the case, we could just take the small intestine and just string it down the hallway.
Okay, so... Yeah, all right. So here's what I'm going to do. We're getting kind of close to time for our break, but I think we're going to set this up first. Because this will be a good good thing for us to do. So, yeah, we'll put some here, some here, some here, and some here. Now, one of the Gnolls or two of the Gnolls will help. Will help gather that stuff. These. Whoops. I'm sorry. Need to get the other tool back. These guys will come back on up in here. We'll say. Go ahead.
We also want to utilize 2 Gnolls back this way so that you have one in this room. Make sure nothing comes through this door. Back through it, because everybody else is going to be over on this side, correct?
Yeah. The feeling you get from the Gnolls is that if something comes through this door, it's probably just going to run.
Could we put Mim in this room? We could put Mim in this area right in here, so if anything does, he would come and alarm us, knowing that something came over.
Can we just break the door so that nothing can go through that door anymore?
We could do that.
Does the door? We could just spike it shut.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you spike this door shut. Let's go ahead.
But not with anyone on the other side of it.
Right. So everybody's back in the room. Good. Okay. So you spike this door shut. All right. That is now not for the time being until you unspike it. It's not usable. All right. So you guys get repositioned, and the Gnolls will all come over here with you guys. And these Gnolls will be here with you guys. And then, I guess when we get Garm over there, we'll go ahead and we will take our break now. We're right at the top of the hour. We're going to take about 10 minutes, and then we are going to see what happens after the break as the party puts their plan into motion. And so, don't go anywhere. Hang out, viewers. Thank you for joining us this evening. We will bring the music back up for the time being, and I'll put the clock on, and we will be back shortly. All right. I will mute myself as I step away from the computer. All right. How's everybody doing this evening?
Doing well. Question about how clerics and priests get their spells. I know that you have to meditate when you have a available spell slot. Is there the ability to meditate in the middle of the day to change a spell from one slot spell to a different one?
Let me take a look in this edition and see how they handle that. In some editions they allow that, in other editions they do not.
I'm trying to find it in the player's handbook, but I'm not seeing it. And if I could, then like when we're doing this hour and a half, 2 hours of planning, towards the end when we're starting to get a plan, I want to spend like that 20 minutes or whatever it is to switch one of my first level spells.
Yeah, okay. So spells allowed, okay. Okay, okay. Increase titles, balancing it all. Okay, so then let's go take a look at okay, classes. Magic. Let's do spells. Spells in the index. Spells. Acquiring new components, failure, identifying the initial initiative, learning, maximum memorization of spells. Let's see what that has to say. 43, 47, 107, 43. And then 47. Okay, 47. Okay, adding new proficiencies to do. I don't know why that is in there. And then I think the other one was 116. Nope, that's not it. So I need to go back to the index again and go page down. Okay. 107. That's what it was. That's why I wasn't finding it. Okay. That doesn't make any sense. You know, I think what they did is I think they Control F. Meditate. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there's that. Okay. Recharging magical items and okay, so there's that. Okay, since and reinforcement. Okay, so 111. Let's see if this. Yeah, that's definitely not. Yeah, here's what they did. They created the index for the initial DMG. Then they revised the DMG and they didn't revise the index. So the index is not very useful. Because there's literally a page reference for praying for spells, and that page is a full page graphic. It doesn't have any text on it at all.
That's funny.
So it's like, yeah, and I'm trying to go back and look and see, and I don't see that reference up there. All right. I think what the normal thing is 1 hour per spell level is the time that you need to meditate. So I'm okay if Nico does nothing except 1 hour for every level of spells. I'm okay with him swapping spells out of combat.
If I get to a higher level and I've got like 5 levels of spells, and I wake up and then I have to in the morning meditate for 5 hours before we can leave from the.
Okay, your homework between this week and next week is find what the time every day is you're supposed to meditate for your spells.
Okay.
That's your homework, and we'll have a further discussion about that next session. For the chat and for the players, this is a good time to remind you that next weekend is Independence Day weekend, and because of the way we do things here in my town, there are Independence Day celebrations both on the night of the 3rd and the 4th. So I am going to be at two different. I'm going to be at a game on Sunday night, but then I'm going to be at a Independence Day celebration on Saturday night. So we won't have a game next Saturday. So our next session will be in 2 weeks. But yeah, so we'll have to figure that out. I'll say if you have an hour, since you don't have access to anything other than a high level spell for right now, I'll say if you have an hour, you can change it out.
I just wanted to change one of my Cure Light wounds to a bless so I could bless everyone before everything kicks off.
Okay, all right. So you guys have all, I think we're all, okay. Garm, are you going to be part of this, or are you staying back in that other area?
Part of what?
Everybody is grouping up just north of the secret door. They have left some bloody bits of meat to try to lure the undead towards the humans, and then they are going to attack from the other side, so that if they cause the humans to flee, they will hopefully flee right into the path of the undead.
Yeah, like the Gnolls, I want nothing to do with the undead. I don't think that's a good plan.
Yeah.
If it's a plan to ambush the humans that are in this basement or whatever, yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Everybody is gathering up in here. And we'll just get Garm moved over there,
Okay.
and we'll let Nico do his bless. And so Nico, you are getting ready to prepare your spell when something happens. The something that happens is that the secret door next to you opens. And there is a person on the other side. And actually there's not one person. There's actually 4 persons on the other side. And they are all armed. One of them is wearing chainmail and has a long sword. Then the others, we have a soldier, with a oops. So let's see. Dang it. Okay, so we have a soldier who is wielding a sword, and then we have two soldiers that have swords and light crossbows. And they appear to be just coming in, opening this door like they own the place. And they look up and they seem to find some unexpected evidence of people in front of them. So, Talon is going to try to hide in shadows. What I think I need everybody to do, and I need to do this for them, I need everybody to go ahead and roll a, what is it? It's a D10 in this edition.
Surprise? Yeah, one,
for
2, or 3.
surprise. And 1, 2, or 3, you're surprised. 6 to 10, or 7, 4 to 10, you're not. So, all right. So, roll for the sergeant. Sergeant is not surprised. For his first man is not surprised. His second man is not surprised. Oh wow, none of them are surprised. Okay. So Nico, looks like nobody is surprised except for Talon. I have rolls from Quint and from Garm.
I have not yet done mine. Let's see, 1d10?
Yeah, 1d10. Archimedes is not surprised. Nico, did you roll? I don't. Okay. 4. Nico is not surprised, and then okay. Do we have everybody? Talon, Quinn, Garm, Archimedes, Nico. Yeah, we have everybody. Okay, so Nico is Talon is the only person who's surprised. So Talon, you cannot yet try to hide in this round, but basically basically this round is a wash for you. So we will put the clock out here. I will go ahead and get one of the Gnolls on here to represent them all. Wait, I haven't rolled for the Gnolls yet. So that's one doesn't get surprised. Okay, one of them is surprised. Another one is surprised. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of the 9 Gnolls are surprised.
So just to clarify, I don't think I can change spell loadouts because I saw a line that said that it follows the same rules as a wizard minus the spell book and everything. And then the wizard one, it says that it takes time to study as needed, but that you can't get rid of them unless they're wiped by a magical object or item or something.
Oh, okay. All right.
A restful night's sleep and time to study.
Okay. All right. So then,
10 minutes per level of the spell being memorized.
10 minutes per level. Okay. So not an hour. 10 minutes per spell level.
But wizards can't just wipe them, so I'm assuming the same rule applies to priests.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And usually, once you get high level spells, you don't cast every spell you know every day. So unless you get
true. You don't have to rememorize after the next day.
Right.
So
yeah.
that doesn't make sense.
Once you cast, that you need to replace or re-initialize in your memory.
All right. Sorry to interrupt, but I thought that'd be good to clarify.
No, that's good. That's good because
we do not have any. We won't ever have any more blesses today.
Right. Okay. So, we're putting Talon. I put a little to show that you're surprised this round. The Gnoll is where's the initiative for the Gnoll? There's the initiative. No, so the Gnolls get an 11. So all the Gnolls are on 11. These guys will go on. Oh no! Wait. So these guys will go on. Also on a 6. They go on a 10. And then you guys can go ahead and put your initiatives on the board. I did set up the monsters because they use weapon. I set them up with the added initiative factor for their weapons. So it's got the speed factor figured in. I was noticing that in an earlier combat, I hadn't done that initially.
Does Bless help us with initiative or none?
We don't have Bless, and no, it doesn't.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, all right. So we're gonna go.
I've been trying to figure out how to take that bless angel thing off my head.
Yeah, if you click on your token, if you have the little filled in circle, not the little gear, that little filled in circle will let you change the change any symbols that are associated with your token. And go ahead and get these. All right, and let's see who is feeling fast today. All right, Talon. Oh well, Talon, you're not doing anything for the first round.
At least I don't have to wait long.
Yeah. Okay. The sergeant. This door opens, and he sees you all, and then he looks up and he sees the Gnolls, and he sees the corpses of the bugbears, and he looks at the Gnolls and he smiles and he says, "Well done. You found them after they had slaughtered the bugbears, and you have captured them. Lareth will enjoy meeting these intruders." And the Gnoll leader smiles and says, "We will eat well today." And then he barks a command to his men, half of whom appear to be surprised that that door opened. The other half who here appear to be all together, and they will limber up their weapons, but they don't move. So clearly they're kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. The sergeant will order his men to draw their weapons, and he will move forward, and he will say, "Take their weapons, bind their hands. The master will want to speak with them." And he looks at you all and he says, "Oh, you adventurers, you have made a grave mistake." And they go to get ready to try to basically take your weapons from you instead of attacking you. So Quint, you get to go. This soldier stepping up to you, he's got a sword in one hand, but he's reaching out and he says, "Give me your weapon."
Okay. Well, I don't think we want to go along with them because I don't think that's going to turn out well for us. I'm just trying to think speed-wise if I think I can get away without getting hit. We got the Gnolls coming up. I'm gonna try and back up and then take a shot at the one in front of me with my bow. Maybe just
Okay. So you back up, and the soldier kind of smiles at you and looks at the Gnoll expectantly as you back up and start drawing your bow. Okay, so go ahead and take a shot. Oh, well, that -2 is going to hit, so go ahead and roll some damage.
all right.
6
Hell
damage.
Okay.
Quint, how would you like to kill this guard?
Oh wow. Okay. Arrow got him. Found a weak spot, in his armor, and it got him in the throat.
Okay. Got him right in the throat. So he takes 6 points, and he falls down dead. And when he does, the Gnolls, about half of the Gnolls will howl with glee, and they begin, the ones that are not surprised, come racing around Quint and move up to begin attacking the remaining soldiers. And the leader of the humans starts to scream, "Intruders! Intruders!" And there's probably nothing anybody can do to stop him from, getting that yell off. Okay, yeah, so the rest of them are surprised. They can't do anything this round. All right, so 3... Yeah, I'm going to put this guy on the GM layer so that he's out of the way. There's going to be 4 people, and they're all attacking the leader.
2 of them have flanking. Or 3.
Because Talon's in that corner.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So. All right. So that's a +2 on their attack or something like that.
+2, and they the person loses their Dex modifier or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think these guys have a Dex modifier. So they're going to do this. Oh, no. Sorry. It's this. And the modifier is 2. So AC of 4 will hit. And then the second one, AC of 9 will miss. The third one, AC of 15 will miss. And the fourth one, AC of 3 will hit, so it's 2 hits. So this leader will take 3 and 8. So he takes 11 points of damage. Minus 11. And he is below half hit points, so he is bloodied. All right. And he's screaming bloody murder. And then they will sort of get out of the way, and the guy will get. I'm going to give him 1 attack. Sergeant will get 1 attack on one of these guys. AC 11.
Chain?
He's wearing chain, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so he gets an attack on one of them, but not all of them, as they move away. And then Garm, you are up.
Well, I'm not wearing armor. I'm going to back up and throw darts at him.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're not wearing armor, so you're faster than he is. Ooh, 1 hit for 6 points of damage. Oh, 6 points of damage. Okay. Let's hold on that second one. How does your first dart kill the sergeant?
Right in his throat. I say, "Shut up, fool!" And I put a dart right in his throat.
Okay, and indeed, he tries to have a retort, but the retort is gurgling of blood.
And I like to take that next one on the guy behind him.
Yeah, okay. So the next one, the armor class 5. That is exactly what you need to hit that guy. 7 points of damage. How does your dart kill that guy?
That one goes through his eye.
Okay. He screams as he falls down. All right.
And this guy.
And
really
14 will miss. -2 for 7 points of damage. How does your dart kill this guy?
Right through the throat.
Okay. All right. So, everybody stays away from Garm on pub night when he goes to play darts. It's like, no. We're not going to mess around with that guy.
Archimedes turns to Zerog and says, "If you betray us, Arm is who's going to kill you."
Well, before that happens, because he yelled intruders, I'm like, false alarm, everything's fine, and close the door.
Thanks, Han Solo.
Yeah, no,
It could work. There's a chance. They have to realize it wasn't the case.
everything's fine. How are you?
Okay. So you close the door. Do you do
After
anything?
yelling, false alarm, all is well.
I lose
Everything's
those darts. I'm not surprised with those rolls, though. That's a lot of damage for a dart.
Okay, so you guys will get there. What are you just going to close the door, or are you going to do anything to try to block the door, or are you just waiting? And the rest of you, we're going to leave initiative in case this fight continues. But how would you all like to deploy yourselves? Because there's really not going to be much of anything left for you all to do this turn.
I'm going to move the bodies out of the way real quick, just toss them behind me so that when the next group opens the door, they'll get surprised again.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'll either help drag the bodies out.
No one might come because they might believe that everything's fine here.
Could be, but we'll kind of wait to see what's happening because we also have zombies on the other side, so we can find out what's going on with that. We give it a little bit of time, right? And in the meantime, we'll set up the Gnolls in a semicircle or whatever.
Have all you ranged people ready to just volley fire into the door when it opens.
Okay.
Because there's the Gnolls with their
I suppose
at least one archer.
Yeah, archer.
Okay. Then these guys are coming.
Do we just want to surround Garm and just let him throw darts and just hand him darts as he's playing off everybody who comes through the door?
Just keep him off me.
How heavy is Garm? I can just put you on my shoulders.
That's a good question. Let me see.
Hey, I'm sure he's taller than you. That would look ridiculous.
I know. They'll be confused.
Uh, 5'6", 130.
Yeah, I'm not going to get him on my shoulders. Low ceilings.
Okay, so dang it. Come on. Come on. Stupid thing. There we go. That stupid thing. Now. So, there is some movement inside here, and there are things that are afoot, and a foot and a mouth and a hoof. Okay. And
Just
okay,
to
go
find
ahead.
out, was this area lit up? Is this room lit up, or is this and were those guys humans?
Those guys were humans, and you can see light down that corridor.
Okay.
But this area here, you guys have the light that you brought with you.
Right. So do we want to douse the lights and wait in an ambush? So whatever opens the door next gets
I'm gonna put my
pummeled.
goblin mask on and hide in the shadows with my sword drawn.
Because the Gnolls and I can see in the dark. I don't know if Garm can. Garm's not able to see in the dark. Right.
Neither can I.
Okay, so what happens with this is that what happens with this is that there is indeed some movement as people respond to the commotion, and all of these people materialize on the token layer.
The door's shut though, so they don't know what's going on our side.
They don't.
We probably wouldn't know either.
Yeah, but at the end of the round, and I'm going to bring this guy. He's still out of the battle, but I'm bringing him back to the token layer for the place and initiative. At the end of this round, the door opens again, and this time you see a larger force of humans. This is a person in plate armor that looks kind of to have a goldish cast to it, and he has a sword, and then he has several people, some that have swords and some that have both swords and crossbows. And they open the door, and those of you who were surprised are no longer surprised. So I'll go ahead and remove surprise from everybody that had it.
You mean Talon and the 5 Gnolls?
Talon and the 5 Gnolls. That sounds like the name for my Twisted Sister cover band. Talon and the 5 Gnolls.
Blowfish, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like how they came together.
All right, so whoops, I forgot to get that off of. So you guys are no longer surprised when this door opens, and Talon, it's the top of the round. Basically, because it took them the whole round to get there and get organized and open the door. So now it's the top of the round, Talon. So you can do whatever you wish. Oh, you were trying to hide, right?
Hide in the shadows with my sword ready, kind of.
Okay.
Just in the corner there.
Yeah. And what was your percentage again? It's
Hide in shadows is like seems like it was 20.
20. Okay. Oh wow. They look in every direction except over in the corner. it seems pretty obvious they do not notice you there as they step out here.
Like, have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Kling Eden?
And that's what you, okay. You start with that routine, and it goes, "Who the devil are you?" And he looks around at the Gnolls. He says, "Get them." He's talking to the Gnolls, and he seems kind of confused more than anything. But I guess actually he wouldn't be confused because the dead guys are laying there on the ground. But he's still wondering why the Gnolls are not attacking. Talon, it's your go.
Well, I'm gonna hold and let them kind of filter into the room because I want to get in behind one. So
That is smart.
Okay. All right. So then the sergeant looks at the Gnoll leader and says, Have your men capture these intruders, or I will have Lareth deal with you myself." And the Gnoll leader just looks at him and sneers and says, "You have not paid us. We don't work for you anymore." And then the sergeant says, "Kill them all." And he will match his words by swinging his sword at you. And that's going to be that. And then he will... and it looks like he actually gets 2 attacks with his sword because of his level.
What?
So he will swing his sword twice at Nico, who is the closest target.
Yeah, I don't think that guy has a sword. He felt like a cat.
AC 11
AC 11.
and AC 10. He swings wildly and misses.
He rolled a 4 and a 5.
Yeah.
He's no joke.
And then his men will deploy, and 2 of them will get right up here, right in front of the captain. And these 2 will get out their crossbows, and the others will use their swords. So the 2 crossbowmen, they take shots at the Gnoll leader, and so they're going to try to hit him. Ooh, -5 and 11. The -5 will hit, and the attack deals 9 points of damage, which is enough to bloody the Gnoll leader. And he grunts when that hits him. The others, Talon, they don't even look at you. It's clear they don't see you. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 attacking Gnolls, and 1 is going to attack Garm. So the ones attacking Gnolls, 2 of them are on Gnoll 2. 1 of them is on Gnoll 7. 1 of them is on Gnoll 4. So against Gnoll 2, that's a miss. Against Gnoll 2, that's a hit. for 4 points of damage. So he's not quite bloodied. Then against Gnoll 7. That's a miss. Against Gnoll 4. That is a miss. And against Garm.
I got a bad feeling about this. I knew it.
AC 6. And his longsword attack will deal 3 points of damage. So, all right. So that is the soldiers, and again, the captain will call out, "We have intruders! We're under attack!" And
The Gnolls aren't intruders.
and the and then you guys hear some screams from down the hall. And those screams don't sound like war cries. They sound more like people being a little bit terrified about whatever it is that they are that they have just encountered.
Unspeakable horrors are behind you.
Yeah, so
Lay down your arms or you will face it.
all right, so that brings up Quint. So Quint,
All right.
you got a guy that's right next to you that just attacked your dart
Buddy.
thrower.
Arm! Arm you!
Yeah, Garm's earned his keep, so I'm gonna take action. I'm actually gonna move over here.
Okay.
Get a straight shot that way, and then I'll take 2 shots at that guy that went after Garm there.
Okay.
And
A 14 and a 10. We both miss. Okay. Gnoll 4 will bare his teeth and attack the guy right in front of him. Oh, and hit.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Nice.
and that soldier screams and dies.
You'll make a nice entree.
Yeah.
Way to go, Noli.
And
Cannoli.
then that Gnoll looks at the one in front of Garm and licks his lips. And then Gnoll 7, he will attack the one in front of him. And he hits
Ooh.
Nice.
for 5 points of damage. And let's see, how many hit points does that guy have?
4.
Well, no, doesn't quite kill him, but it bloodies him. Oops. All right, so he's bloodied. Then Gnoll 2 will attack the guy in front of him. AC 1 for 4 points of damage. And that will bloody him. Then the Gnoll leader, he will move over here, and he will get a he will get an attack, and So he attacks the leader, hits an AC 16, and then he takes a second attack at the leader. Ooh,
Nice.
AC 1. And then he hits for 7 points of damage.
Nice.
So, 7. Not enough to bloody him, but messes up that pretty plate armor of his. Let's see.
We got 5 more Gnolls.
Yep, these Gnolls will come around. 2 of them will go to attack the ones with crossbows to try to tie them up. Another one will come over here. Another one will come down here, and then this guy, he's really doesn't have a ranged weapon. He doesn't have. Yeah, he can. He can go right there. Okay.
Talon's got a feeling like he's in the back by himself.
Look, I'll make room for you, and you get my spot.
Yeah.
Nobody sees me.
Yeah, Talon is just do. All right, so 5 more Gnoll attacks. I know what they hit, so we're just gonna do these roll in rapid fire order. 1 hit, 1 miss, 2 miss, 2 hit, and okay, so 2 hits and 3 misses. And we'll say, starting with the first one, we'll say he's the one attacking the guy that's hitting Garm. Deals 6 points of damage to him. And it doesn't quite kill him, but it does bloody him. And then the other one hits one of the crossbowmen for 6 points of damage. Oh, and it's enough to kill him. And so he is down. All right. So we're going to just take these that have fallen and move them off the field of battle so that the floor is clear. And then Garm, you are up. The guy in front of you is in fact armed.
Yep, I'm going to back up. And I'm going to throw at him.
Okay. AC 11 will miss. AC 8 will miss. AC 16. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
All right.
It's all right.
That wound has affected your throwing motion. And
you did great the first time. Don't be down on yourself.
Let's just say doggone law of averages.
The tendons in that throwing shoulder are messed up. You're gonna have to go on the 15.
I rolled
15 ADL list.
I rolled 2 20s last one. I wanted to keep on rolling 20s.
Your backpedaling skills need a little bit of work. We can work on that. I used to coach football. We know how to do that.
All right.
Yeah. So Archimedes, you are up.
Well, he is gonna draw his sword. Step around the Gnoll. We'll take out that character. Here you go. There. Load. Oops. And we're not blessed anymore. Is that what the current thing was? Because
there's no bless. I wasn't able to change my loadout.
AC 10. That's gonna miss. Do you have any second attack?
No, speed 5, 1. Number of attacks is 1 with the longsword.
Okay. All right. All right. So, do you? Are you gonna hang out there?
Back
or are
up
you
1.
gonna-
Yeah, I'll back
Okay.
up 1 just in front.
What
then-
armor are you wearing?
My studded, the ringmail.
Ringmail. Okay.
7. It's the same as the padded, I guess. It's still 7.
Yeah. Okay. So, he is going to. Let me double check his speed. Oh, okay. Nope, he's not gonna get a shot at you. Okay. So, Nico, you are up.
So I'm gonna do a spell and then movement. I'm gonna put a cure light wounds into the Gnoll leader, and then I'm going to move here to block the guy from being able to try to leave. You will probably get an attack of opportunity from the one dude.
Yeah. Okay. So,
And I'll roll my
roll the.
D8 for healing. So the Gnoll leader gets 5 hit points back. Or is it plus
Yeah.
1? I forget.
Is there a plus 1 to it? Nice.
Double check your spell.
Yeah, I'm going there right now.
No, it's not plus 1.
I think it's just that it gets.
Yeah,
gets
I
5
think it's
back.
just that. Okay. So, he takes some healing, which he looks down and he looks at Nico, kind of surprised. The sergeant or the captain looks at Nico and says, "You traitor." And actually, no. He would look at the Gnoll and say, "You traitor." And the Gnoll just smiles at him and says, "You pay us, we be loyal." And so yes, you will get 1 attack from one of these guards, and that will be AC of 5. Will that hit Nico?
You have to hit a -1.
Okay,
Nice.
so that misses. That misses, and then Talon. Hey, all right. So things are playing out pretty well. You have apparently not been noticed. Nobody is, gone to try to attack you. They don't seem to know that you're even here. What would you like to do?
Well, I am just going to attack this guy in the back.
That's a flanking bonus too.
Well, he loses his dexterity, and I get a +4 as long as he doesn't notice me.
Yeah, he doesn't notice you. So make your attack roll with a +4.
Yeah. Come on. There we go.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, okay. That'll work. And then do you get any extra damage?
Double damage.
Double damage. So go ahead and roll 2 damage dice. Or double the damage dice.
You want me to roll
That'd be
twice?
4.
Yeah, roll the d6 damage again.
Okay. 6.
Total of 6. All
Awesome.
right. So, hey, how do you kill this guy, Talon?
I just slide my sword up underneath his armor into his back, and then I just kind of fade back into the shadows.
Okay. He falls. I am going to say that you're going to have to do another hide in shadows to see if the guy right
One
next to
next
him notices you or not.
Yeah, I figured that.
Oh,
You
that's
roll.
me. Yeah, that's me. Okay, yeah. You have several sets of eyes of these people looking at you, and this Gnoll here, he just seems kind of surprised. He didn't have any idea where you were, and then he gives you a grin. That he barks something in his guttural language that you can't understand. But he seems happy about what just happened. So then it's the warriors again. So now this guy, this captain, he has an enemy in front and an enemy behind. But he looks over his shoulder at Nico and he says, Lareth will deal with you in time. And he then attacks the Gnoll leader and makes 2 attacks against the Gnoll leader. So he will AC 2, that'll hit. And AC 3, they both hit. Okay, so then first one deals 3 damage, second one deals 6 damage. Minimum damage on both rolls. So
Good. And you already healed him 5, so it's you only lost the 1.
Yeah,
so
but
nice.
Nice. That does take him back below half, so he's bloodied again. And then the other guys. The other guys are all engaged, and none of them can.
They're not at the altar yet.
Actually, one of them can move to attack Talon without drawing attacks of opportunity because he doesn't have to leave a threatened square. So he's going to go ahead and attack Talon. AC -4.
Yeah.
And 9 points of damage.
Ooh.
He rolled a 19.
Yeah. So, what's Talon's current hit point total?
It's after you take the 9, it'll be 2.
Okay, so all right, so yes, all right, so all right, so he's down to 2 and he's bloodied. Your halfling is bloodied.
Yeah.
Then these other guys will all attack Gnolls. So there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's only 3 more that get to attack. So, attack at a Gnoll is a hit. Attack at a Gnoll is a hit.
Jeez.
Damn.
Attack at a Gnoll is a miss. Okay, so the guy going at Gnoll 1 will hit for 7. The guy going at Gnoll
I got a question.
4. Yeah.
Did you use the Captain Stacko or the Soda Stacko? Those guys are tagging. I don't think they all have that same Stacko, do they? They have 15 Stackos.
That guy. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be. That's still going to be 2 hits. But yeah, that Thaco should have been a little bit higher. So still would get 2 hits on on them. So doesn't change the outcome. This guy gets hit for 3 points of damage, and this guy up here, it gets hit for. This guy up here gets hit for. Oh, I'm sorry. 7 and 3. Okay, so 7. All right, which means he's bloodied. All right, that's them. Quint, you're up.
All right. Quint is gonna, he's gonna move down here and take a shot at the leader.
Okay.
Kill him.
I will do my best.
Hope he doesn't roll 1 and it sells it.
AC 4 and AC 0. One of those will hit. The AC 0 will hit. The AC 4 bounces off of his armor.
Freaking plate mail.
Oh my goodness. 1 point of damage. All right.
Hey, one's better than nothing.
That's right. Yeah,
he's
just
still
keep chipping away. Keep chipping away. That's all we want to do.
He's still not quite bloodied. So now it's the Gnolls, and the Gnoll leader will take 2 attacks against the Okay, that's
Yes.
1 hit. Oh, 2 hits.
Yes.
Okay, so then
Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
10 points of damage. So now the leader is in fact bloodied.
Take that.
Wait till we
All
sit
right.
Garm on you.
And then this Gnoll will come down and attack the leader as well. And he hits
Hell yeah.
for only 2 points of damage. So
Still good. Still good.
Still
Yeah,
too close for
we're
the death.
draining him. Yeah, we're draining him.
yeah. And then the other Gnolls will just go after
Wheels is in front of him, right?
whoever is in front of them. This guy will move around. He'll just sort of oh no, I guess he doesn't need to move there. He can move here, can he? And get the same guy. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so 7 more attacks. 1 hit. 1 miss. 2 miss. 3 miss. 4 miss. 5 miss.
Would flanking have helped
6
any of those?
miss.
Only 1 or 2 of them would have been flanked.
Yeah, just all.
Maybe
Only
3.
one of them. So only one of them would have. Only one of them would have worked. So I'll say it's 2 hits. And the first guy deals 7 damage. The other hit deals 8 damage.
Nice.
There's one more no that needs attack. You only on 6.
So this guy. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 of them. Yeah.
All right. Well,
There are 8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus the leader.
Yeah. You were on the next to last guy when he asked you something about the flanking. There should be one more attack.
If you notice above that one that hit for 2 damage above, that was one of the other Gnolls.
Okay.
So that was the 8th one. So Yeah.
Perfect.
Then that guy is dead. So he's off the field. And then the other guy gets hit for 8. And he is dead and he's off the field. All right. So,
All right.
Garb.
Okay, let me see.
This is now going to be one of those like roguelike games where the guy moves around and just kills everything in the tunnel.
I'm gonna move through to here and attack this guy.
Okay. AC 12 will miss, 11 will miss, 15 will miss, 10 will miss. Okay.
I'm in the corner.
And Archimedes.
All right. Well, let's keep this going. Let's go over to here. Get this guy here.
Okay. Yeah, you're trying to poke with your longsword instead of slashing, and it's just a little bit awkward, and you don't connect. All right, and at the end of the round, we have Nico.
So I have a question about how something works before I decide whether to do healing or to So I know there's a special way to attack where you like tackle someone and you can grapple them. Right.
So that's that. I think that in 5th edition, that's the grappling rules. Let me double check and see what it's called in this.
Yeah, they
I'm debating whether to try to immobilize the captain.
Just kill him.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just kill him.
I'm just scared I'm not going to hit. But okay, I'll just attack then, I guess.
He's got 2 hit points. I would cure him. I would heal myself.
Oh yeah, you got your
128.
Potion.
I got a flank. I've got a flank on him. I'll just attack, but it is good to ask that question.
Okay, there is a wrestling. Okay, there are rules for wrestling. And there's actually an entire table on page 129 of the player's handbook. So if you, and it includes everything from, it's not called grappling because it in wrestling encompasses all kinds of unarmed combat. So you have punching, and you have wrestling, and you roll a d20, and you look at the punch column or the wrestle column, and you figure out which one you want to do.
I kind of wanted to wrestle him so we can interrogate him and find out more about this Lareth guy.
Okay, well, yeah, because you can, if you're looking at the table, you can do anything from a bear hug to an arm lock, a leg lock, head lock.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to sling my battle axe and use the my warhammer, and I'm going to do non-lethal damage to him.
Okay.
Well, no, I'll just use the battle axe non-lethal. It does more.
Yeah, you can hit with the flat of the blade. Yeah,
I'll try to hit him with the flat of it. So let me go to the attack, and I got a flank on him. And I have the flank on him.
Yep.
And submit.
Yeah, AC 17. No amount of flanking is gonna help you hit something with that. Okay. At the end of the round, here is the situation. Your parents went away for a week's vacation. So
look for Rebecca Domone.
Yeah. All right, so let's go here.
Is she in that video?
Again?
I said, is she the chick in that video? In that Parents Don't Understand video?
No. She's from Risky Business.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about the Fresh Prince Parents Don't Understand video when he said that.
Yeah, that's it's an old Will Smith reference. All right, so this door that you see here is open. So you're looking down past Nico and past the guards, and you see whoops. Oh, yeah. You see several people come racing up here. Another guy in chainmail, a bunch of guys in leather. And they, there's like 5 of them. And they're calling out, they're crying out for help. And then, hot on their heels, you see 2, not quite dead, definitely not quite alive humanoid figures
Close the door.
that are loping along at a very fast speed, kind of on all fours. They look humanoid, but one of the biggest distinctions about them is that they have obscenely long tongues that are hanging out, and they have glowing reddish eyes. And they are chasing after these soldiers, and the soldiers are screaming. And then, in response to that screaming, in response to all of that, you see a door open and a figure steps out. And this figure is a very handsome-looking, youthful human male who is dressed in exquisite-looking, polished plate mail, and has a large staff in his hands. And he says, "What the devil is going on?"
Why are
And
all
that's-
evil people British?
That is the end of the round. And Talon, I think we have time for one more round, and then if this fight is not done, we'll call it at the end of the round.
Well,
Alrighty.
Talon knows if he drinks his potion, it's just going to be wasted because he may get hit again. So he's just going to go for broke and try to stab this guy with his sword.
Okay. AC 5. That's exactly what you need to hit.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Max damage.
Well, I'd hope, but
Take him out.
5 points of
5.
damage.
Bloody,
How would
bloody.
you like to kill this guy?
Crawl on his shoulder and stab it.
I just look up at him and ram my short sword up behind his chin through the top of his head.
And he looks angry, surprised, and then there's a little bit of pain as the light goes out of his eyes, and he falls, slumps to the floor. Okay.
Too.
Probably. It probably doesn't smell very good. That goes for most of the people that are laying dead on the floor.
Yep.
All right. And then the sergeant or the captain and his last remaining guy are up, and he looks down the hall and he says, "Lareth, the bugbears are dead. The Gnolls have turned against us. We need help." And
Hey, brother.
and Lareth looks down the hall and says, "Oh, the ghouls are coming. How wonderful." And he will actually I don't think he gets a does he get a thing this turn? Let's go. Let's see. Okay. All right. He will not get an action this turn, but he will go into the slot into initiative next round. But these guys, they have a job to do. They don't have the luxury of surrendering, and especially not when their boss is right there. So he's just going to go and try to do his best to kill this Gnoll leader. So
This guy.
the captain. So he will.
He's trying to attack a Yug. You're right.
For NPCs that we become friends with, do they have -10 rule? Because I would try to heal him after this if he goes down. He might not go down.
I think it's too late.
He might not go down.
But
Normally, if
better
it's
to ask you before that happened.
yeah, normally it's with monstrous humanoids. I don't do that, but I don't know. We might do that if you guys want to be heroic. Actions of the party do often sway what the dungeon master rules. So he gets hit for 5, which does not drop him, but he is bloodied. And then the last guy is just going to try to attack the one that is already hurt. Yeah, and it's an AC of 0. And he will deal 8 points of damage. Which is enough to drop this Gnoll. So your first ally has fallen.
Oh, the one that laughed? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quint.
Holy cannoli. Come on.
I'm gonna try and take out this leader here. Take a couple shots at him.
5. That will hit. The AC 5 will hit. So go. Oh wait. No, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. No. That will not hit. AC 5 will not hit.
Okay.
So neither of those hit. Sorry.
If you're aiming at Talon, then you.
Yeah. All right.
Hey.
I don't know if I see him over there.
The Gnolls will split up, and 4 of them will go after the guy that killed their friend, and 5 of them will go after the leader. So we have, first of all, the leader gets 2 attacks, and you see a
Nice.
-2, that'll hit.
Hell yeah.
And you see a 4 will miss, but he gets,
So one.
he deals 4 points of damage, and let's see how much. Oh, still clinging to life.
Would the AC force hit with the flanking? Because he's got someone opposite him.
Oh, yeah, it would. It would. So let's roll damage again for that. 8.
Oh.
This Gnoll's weapon just kind of digs in and goes right through the leader's throat, and he dies in a spray of blood. And so then this guy, I'm going to move this guy to the other part of the battlefield, and I'm going to give this guy a chance to run over. The rest of these guys, they're not going to get attacks, but 5 of them will get attacks on this one. So these are 1 attack is a miss, 2 attacks. These guys have been watching Garm throw these darts. Oh, that's a hit. That's a hit.
There we go.
And that's a miss. So 2 hits,
Not a
4 and 2. So 6 points of damage. Yeah, that's going to do it. And that guy is down. All right. So, Garm. Okay, everybody in the immediate room, all of your enemies in the immediate room are dead. One of the Gnolls is down. So we'll go ahead, and anybody who has an action left in this round can go ahead and take that action, and we will stop the combat there and pick up next time. At the top of the next round. So, Garm, anything you want to do at the end of this round?
Can I attack the guy that was doing all that talking?
Larynth?
What is your...
I got a 12 move. I don't wear armor, which is why I got tagged.
Yeah. If you can move down past the Gnoll and Nico, you can do that. And again, you have a minute for the round, so you can kind of take your movement with a grain of salt. You can move back to wherever you need to be. But these doors are open now, so yeah, you have line of sight to this guy. You can... AC 6 is going to miss, 17 will miss, 16 will miss, 17
oh my
will
god!
Miss. Yeah. Yeah, those all miss. So then you can go back up to wherever you were if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's not, we don't have to worry about precisely how much movement with a full minute. And Archimedes.
He'll do the same as he'll draw his bow up right in front of this one here. Take a shot at homeboy.
Get 1 shot or 2 per round?
On the longbow, I get 2.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Come on, hit him.
The AC2 will miss.
Damn.
AC 9 will miss.
Damn.
Yeah, that plate mail, it's really gleaming. It's gleaming It's shinier
Ooh,
than
is,
other
Looks like
plate mail you've
shiny
seen.
plate
so
mail.
is Nico salivating? He's like, ooh.
Yes.
Okay. And again, Archimedes, you can move back up to where you were if you want to. You don't have to worry about.
I'll actually
you can stay
try
there.
to. Yeah.
Okay.
Can we tell that Gnoll? Can we tell that Gnoll to move back? The one next to Nico.
You certainly can, since it's your turn.
So my turn. Nico's going to be heroic. He's going to take the arm of the Gnoll and pull him back and move back here. He's going to hand the Gnoll leader a healing potion. Come over here, hand this guy a healing potion. Drink these. Like just leave a healing potion with each of them, and then for his action, his spell will use Cure Light Wounds on the guy who went down to try to save his life. It might not work, but I'm gonna be heroic. They're our friends. They're people. I'm going to save them. If it doesn't work, it's a good narrative thing. So even if you rule it doesn't work on the minion Gnolls, it's still the right narrative thing for him to do.
If this doesn't convert them, nothing will.
So I gave away my 2 healing potions. I gave my healing potions to the 2 injured Gnolls, and I went to cast Cure Light Wounds on the last one. And I yelled, "Talon, close the door," or someone close the door.
Right.
All right. So yeah, this Gnoll will move back. One of your friends will close the door.
Was there a latch on this side? Is that what we had found the door notch? I mean, the secret door, right?
Right. There is a latch, but there's no lock on this side.
Okay.
But you can close it, and you can try to hammer something in to block it.
Right. We could try to wedge something in there. Right.
Yeah.
We just need a moment to regather ourselves.
Okay. And you.
I'll take whatever ruling on the healing, but there's my healing roll.
Yeah, you make a very unusual request through the spiritual realm to Clangeddon.
They're warriors that I can bring to his.
And you are, as you reach down to this furry ally, your hands glow, and you reach out and you try to touch him, or you reach out to touch him, and somewhere cosmically, a percentile die rolls. And
I'm going to bring a new wave of warriors to Clangeddon's faith.
I have assigned a percentage to your possibility of success, and we're going to see if the polyhedral gods allow it to succeed or not.
Right.
Heck yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Clangeddon wills it.
I'll sing a song for you.
Oh, man.
Well, if high's good, then that's good. If high's bad, then that's bad.
I think high's bad. I think we want to go low.
And you reach out, and the energy of your hands, it seems to sputter, and it sputters, and then a glow outlines the Gnoll.
Yeehaw!
And he takes a big breath, and his eyes open, and he's looking up at you as you've just healed him for 8 hit points of death.
Clangeddon
Or 8 hit points. Yeah. So.
If you turn into a dwarf right now, that would be epic.
Yeah. So he gets up, or he is no longer dead. He doesn't get up, but he blinks at you, and all of the Gnolls look at you in complete shock. And the Gnoll leader just is over there, and he downs the potion. And what is that? Is that a 1d8 as well?
2d4.
The one you gave us.
Yeah, 2d4.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay. I just gave away my 2 potions.
Okay. So I'll let you roll the 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
And first one, I guess, will be for the leader.
So those are the first 2d4.
So that's
so
5,
6.
and 2 is 7. All right. And then the
7 and 7.
5. Okay, 7 and 7. And
So it's one of my favorite drinks. It's all right.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
a good drink.
Ugh.
all right. Whoops.
And someone closed the door, so we don't necessarily know what's going on with those ghouls and the jerk with the pretty armor, but
We
Adam
do-
has some followers.
And we did hear
Yeah.
him say that they're there, that he's part of them, right? That he was like, oh, good, the gnolls are here, or the ghouls are here.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I think he made those ghouls.
I'm going
All
to
right.
drink a potion as well. So,
all right. So you go ahead and drink your potion. Add 7 hit points back.
We'll bar the door.
Okay, and you guys are going to try to bar the door, and that is where we are going to leave it for now. So, we're still in the middle of the fight, so when I do XP, I'm going to give you story XP and things like that, but I'm not going to give full XP for this fight because we don't know how it's turned out yet. You'll get the full XP for the fight when it all gets resolved. But yes, through a little bit, and I'll give you guys, your lures that you created and everything. Give you some XP for that and for all the planning you did and whatnot. So you'll get that in this session. Viewers. So this was our second edition Greyhawk game for tonight. As you can see, we are going through the old Temple of Elemental Evil module right now, or adventure. And these guys are trying to figure out what is going on in the undercroft of this Moathouse that they have been given the deed to. We will be back in 2 weeks. We will not be here next Saturday night because of Independence Day here in the U.S. And we will be playing tomorrow for our Walker of Waterdeep game, but we will also be not playing on Sunday, the 4th of July. So next weekend, no games. But coming up on the channel within the next week, Monday or 2 p.m. Sunday, Walker of Waterdeep game. That's our 5th edition Planeswalking game. It's also our 100th session in that game. So we are having a special, we're playing, but we're also doing something special tomorrow. So tune in for that 100th session celebration. Then on Monday night, it is Monster Monday, and this week we are looking at the Iron Golem and the history of the Iron Golem through D&D, which is one of those monsters where it's changed, but it's also stayed the same, and it's just kind of interesting to look to see the subtle differences from edition to edition and some of the variations along the way that have been made. And then Thursday next week, our only game that will be happening next week will be session 51 of the Sword Coast Chronicles, where they are locked in a battle in the bottom of the Amber Temple with a death slod, which normally would be curtains for a level 7 party to be fighting a death slod, but in addition to the adventurers, they have 3 of the fabled Circle of 8 wizards from old Greyhawk that are with them. Why are wizards from old Greyhawk in Barovia? Well, if you've been watching the campaign, you would have known. Also, the legendary monster hunter Van Richten is with them. So it's probably at least a winnable fight. if that death slide gets a good shot in on one of the PCs, they might be in trouble, but the party should survive. All right, and then we'll be back here in 2 weeks for session 8 of Greyhawk Saturday Night. We'll resolve this battle with Lareth and his followers, and figure out what's going on with these undead and any other creepy crawly things that may be